My sister said I was a disgrace and uninvited me from Christmas, so I didn't show up, neither did her mortgage payment I'd been covering. Hello my people. Don't forget to hit subscribe, say hi below and share your location. We love seeing our family from all over the world. Let's get into the story. The phone buzzed during my lunch break. December 15th. I remember because I'd just finished wrapping Camila's Christmas gift, a designer handbag she'd been eyeing for months. My sister's name lit up the screen and I smiled, expecting holiday coordination talk. We need to discuss Christmas, Camila said, her voice cold as January wind. Sure, sis. I was thinking I'd bring my famous sweet potato pie in. You're not coming. The words hung there like smoke. I set down my sandwich, appetite gone. What? Mom, Dad, and I talked. We don't want you there. You're a disgrace to this family, Doris. Always have been. Her voice dripped with venom I'd never heard before. Showing up without a husband at 32, no kids, working that little nonprofit job while the rest of us are actually successful. My hands trembled. 5 years since Mama and Daddy's accident left them with mounting medical bills, I'd been quietly paying Camila's mortgage. $1,200 monthly. Not once had she thanked me. I'd taken on extra consulting work, skipped vacations, drove a 10-year-old Honda while she posted Instagram photos in her suburban McMansion. Camila, I don't understand. Last week you said. Last week I was being polite. Gabriel and I are hosting his boss for Christmas dinner. We can't have you there bringing down the energy with your sad single woman vibe. It's embarrassing. Something inside me cracked. Not broke, cracked. Like ice before it shatters completely. Is that really how you feel? My voice came out steady, surprising even me. Yes. Lose my number until you get your life together. The line went dead. I sat there staring at that wrapped handbag and laughed. Actually laughed. I didn't cry that first night. Instead, I sat at my kitchen table with 5 years of bank statements spread before me like evidence at a crime scene. $72,000. That's what I'd paid toward Camila's mortgage. Money that could have been my down payment, my dream vacation, my security. My phone kept lighting up with texts from our group chat. Camila had added our parents, her husband Gabriel, and our younger brother Andre. Camila, just talk to Doris. She understands she's not invited this year. Mom, it's for the best. She needs to focus on fixing herself. Dad, maybe this will motivate her to find a husband. Gabriel, my boss is very traditional. We can't have any awkward conversations. Andre, harsh but fair. I read each message twice, memorizing the casual cruelty. These were the people I'd sacrificed for. The family I'd call at 2 a.m. when anxiety kept me awake. The sister whose hand I'd held through her miscarriage 3 years ago, missing my own promotion interview to sit with her in that hospital room. A memory surfaced. I was 8, Camila was 12. She'd pushed me into the pool during her birthday party, knowing I couldn't swim. Laughed while I thrashed. Mama pulled me out, but Camila never apologized. Stop being so dramatic, she'd said. I should have seen the pattern then. My laptop's screen glowed in the darkness. I pulled up my bank's autopay system. 1 click, and that monthly transfer to Camila's mortgage account was gone. Deleted. Cancelled. My finger hovered over the button. Do it, I whispered to myself. Do it, Doris. But I didn't. Not yet. The next morning I called my therapist, Dr. Calhoun. Emergency session. She'd been helping me navigate family dysfunction for 2 years, though I downplayed how bad things were. They uninvited you from Christmas? Dr. Calhoun's eyebrows rose over her glasses. And you've been paying Camila's mortgage this entire time? $1,200 a month. Sometimes more when property taxes were due. Does she know you've been struggling financially because of this? I laughed bitterly. She thinks I'm broke because I'm irresponsible. Last Thanksgiving she told everyone I needed to learn to manage money like adults do. This was at dinner. In front of her in-laws. Dr. Calhoun leaned forward. Doris, what you're describing is financial exploitation combined with emotional abuse. Your family has created a dynamic where you're the problem while benefiting from your generosity. They're still my family. Are they? She let the question sit. Family doesn't just mean shared blood. It means mutual respect, care, reciprocity. What are you receiving from these relationships? I couldn't answer. That afternoon I did something I'd never done before. I pulled up Camila's social media. Really looked at it. There she was, posing in front of her house. The house I was paying for. Designer clothes. Luxury vacations to Turks and Caicos. Posts about manifesting abundance and working hard for everything we have. The comments were full of praise. You and Gabriel are relationship goals. So blessed. You deserve it all, Queen. I deserved it. Me. The disgrace. I took screenshots. Every post. Every humble brag. Every lie. Then I opened my email and began composing a message. Not to send. Just to write. To see the words make it real. Dear family. December 17th. 8 days until Christmas. I woke up to 17 missed calls. All from Camila. Then Gabriel. Then Mama. The voicemails were frantic. Doris, the mortgage company, called. They said next month's payment was cancelled. This has to be a mistake. Call me immediately. Gabriel's voice followed. Your sister is having a panic attack. Whatever game you're playing, stop it. We have a mortgage to pay. Then Mama. Doris Marie Thompson, you call your sister right now. He's crying, saying something about you canceling payments. That can't be true. You wouldn't be that petty. Petty. That word hung in my chest like a stone. I'd actually done it. Late last night, unable to sleep, I'd finally clicked that button. Canceled the automatic transfer. 5 years of payments, ended in one moment of clarity. My phone rang again. Camila. I answered. What the hell did you do? She screamed before I could speak. I stopped paying your mortgage. Silence. Then, you, what? That's my house. Actually, according to my bank records, I've paid $72,000 toward your house. But since I'm such a disgrace, since I'm such an embarrassment, I figured you wouldn't want money from someone bringing down your energy. Doris, you can't do this. Gabriel and I have a budget. We planned everything around. Around my money? The words tasted like freedom. Around the monthly checks from your disgraceful sister? This is different. This is my home. And Christmas is my family. Or was. Until you decided I wasn't good enough to breathe the same air as Gabriel's boss. I didn't mean, she started, voice shifting to that manipulative sweetness I knew too well. Yes, you did. You meant every word. I hung up. My hands were shaking, but I was smiling. Drop a like if you think she did the right thing. The family group chat exploded. I watched the messages roll in like a tsunami, each one revealing more than they intended. Camila. Doris canceled the mortgage payment. He's trying to ruin my life. Mama. What mortgage payment? Camila. She's been helping us out. But that doesn't give her the right to just stop. Dad, how long has this been going on? Gabriel, that's private. The point is she's being vindictive. Andre, wait, Doris has been paying your mortgage? The same Doris you just called a disgrace? I smiled. Andre, the baby of the family, finally asking real questions. Mama. Camila. Nicole, answer your father. How long? Camila, 5 years. But it's not what it sounds like. Dad, 5 years? That's over $70,000. Gabriel, we were going to pay her back eventually. The lies kept coming. I screenshot everything. Then I opened my laptop and pulled up the spreadsheet I'd created last night. Every payment, dated and categorized. I added up consulting fees I'd taken specifically to cover Camila's mortgage. Work I'd done at midnight after my regular job. Weekends I'd spent writing grant proposals instead of living my life. Then I calculated what that money would be worth if I'd invested it. $98,000 with modest returns. I typed a response in the group chat. Me, since we're sharing, here's the full breakdown. Attached is 5 years of payment records. That's $72,000 I paid while Camila told people I was financially irresponsible. While she posted vacation photos. While she called me a disgrace for being single. I attached the spreadsheet. Me, I was good enough to fund your lifestyle but not good enough to attend Christmas dinner. That tells me everything I need to know about my worth in this family. The chat went silent. 30 seconds. A minute. Then Mama called. You should have told us, Mama said, her voice tight. Would it have mattered? I was sitting on my apartment balcony watching December rain turn the city gray. Don't be disrespectful, Doris. I'm not. I'm asking a genuine question. Would it have mattered? Because last week in that group chat you agreed I was the problem. You said uninviting me was for the best. Silence stretched between us like all the years I'd swallowed my hurt. Your sister is under a lot of stress, Mama finally said. Gabriel's job, the house, trying to keep up appearances. Appearances I was funding. That was your choice. The words hit like a slap. My choice? Mama, you called me 2 days after they bought that house. Said Camila was crying, scared they couldn't afford it. Said she needed her big sister. Said family helps family. Those were your exact words. I didn't tell you to pay for 5 years. No, you just kept calling every time they struggled. Every property tax bill. Every time Gabriel was between contracts. And I paid because that's what family does, right? That's what you taught us. Watch your tone. Or what, Mama? You'll uninvite me from another holiday. I heard her breath catch. A memory surfaced. I was 16, got a full scholarship to a prestigious university. Camila had cried all night because her grades weren't good enough. The next morning, Mama sat me down and suggested I go to community college instead, so Camila wouldn't feel bad about herself. I'd gone to community college. This isn't who we raised you to be, Mama said. Spiteful. Using money to hurt your sister. You raised me to be a doormat. There's a difference. I hung up before she could respond. Gabriel showed up at my apartment that evening. I watched him through the peephole, debating whether to pretend I wasn't home. His expensive suit was rumpled, his face red with anger. I opened the door but kept the chain lock engaged. We need to talk, he said. No, we don't. Doris, be reasonable. You're destroying my family over a tantrum. Your family? Interesting. Because last I checked, Camila just destroyed our family by calling me a disgrace. She was stressed. She didn't mean it. She meant every word. You both did. I started to close the door but Gabriel pushed against it. Listen to me. I have a reputation to maintain. A career. My boss is coming to dinner, and if we lose the house because you're being petty, it reflects poorly on me. Then pay your own mortgage. His face darkened. You think you're so smart? So independent? You're 32 and alone. No husband. No kids. Working at some charity job that pays pennies. At least Camila built something. She built it with my money. She gave you purpose. Gabriel shouted. What else were you going to do with it? You're not saving for anything. No wedding. No kids. Your money was going to waste. The words echoed in the hallway. Finally, the truth. This is what they thought. This is what they'd always thought. My money. My purpose. My choice, I said quietly. And I choose me now. You'll regret this. When you're 50 and completely alone, remember this moment. Remember when you threw away your family over pride. I'm not throwing them away. You all threw me away first. I closed the door. Locked it. Slid down against it and finally let myself cry. But they weren't sad tears. They were free tears. December 19th. I found the letter in my mailbox mixed between Christmas cards from friends who actually valued me. Official bank letterhead. My stomach dropped. The letter was addressed to me but referenced a loan application. Co-signed. My name was on it. I called the bank immediately. There's been a mistake. I didn't co-sign any loan. The representative clicked through her computer. According to our records, you co-signed a home equity loan for Camila and Gabriel Peterson 18 months ago. The account is current, but I never signed anything. More clicking. I'm showing an electronic signature. The application was submitted online using your email address and social security number. My blood ran cold. That's identity theft. Ma'am, if you're claiming fraud, you'll need to file a police report. And how much is the loan? $45,000. I sat down hard on my couch. $45,000. They'd taken out a loan in my name. Used my credit. My identity. My trust. That evening I drove to Camila's house. The house I'd been paying for. The house they'd used as collateral to steal from me. Christmas lights twinkled on perfectly manicured bushes. A wreath hung on the door. Through the window I could see the glow of their television. I knocked. Gabriel answered, surprise flickering across his face before settling into annoyance. What now? The home equity loan. The one you forged my signature on. His face went pale. I don't know what your $45,000. My name. My credit. My signature you faked. I held up the letter. Want to keep lying or should we call the police now? Camila appeared behind him. Doris, let me explain. Explain fraud? Please, I'd love to hear this. We were going to tell you, she said, tears already flowing. Those manipulative tears that had worked on me my entire life. We needed it for repairs. The roof was leaking and you needed it for your Turks and Caicos vacation. I saw the Instagram post. Waterfront villa. Bottle service. All in March, right after you got that loan. Mama called an emergency family meeting at her house. December 20th. Everyone would be there. We're fixing this as a family, she said, as if showing up would magically erase fraud and betrayal. I arrived last. They were already seated in the living room. Mama and Dad on the couch, Camila crying in the armchair, Gabriel standing behind her like a bodyguard, Andre on the love seat looking uncomfortable. Sit down, Doris, Dad said, gesturing to the empty chair. The chair facing everyone else. Like an intervention. I remained standing. This should be interesting. We're here to resolve this situation, Mama began. Families fight, but we don't destroy each other. I didn't destroy anything. I stopped being destroyed. Oh please, Camila sobbed. Stop playing victim. We made one mistake. Fraud isn't a mistake. It's a felony. Doris, Dad's voice held that warning tone. Your sister and Gabriel made a poor choice, yes. But family forgives. Family moves forward. Did family forgive me when Camila called me a disgrace? When she uninvited me from Christmas? When all of you agreed I was the problem? Silence. That's what I thought. I pulled out my phone, opened my banking app. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to refinance that home equity loan, remove my name and pay off every cent. You have 30 days. We can't refinance that quickly, Gabriel protested. Our credit isn't. Not my problem. Figure it out or I file a police report for identity theft. You wouldn't do that to your own sister, Mama said, horrified. She did it to me first. I looked at Camila. Remember when we were kids? I was 8, you pushed me in the pool. I almost drowned and you laughed. Mama pulled me out but you just laughed. This is who you've always been. Camila's face crumpled. That was 24 years ago. And nothing changed. You've been pushing me underwater my whole life and I kept swimming back to you. Andre suddenly spoke. She's right. Everyone turned to him. What? Mama asked. Doris is right. We've treated her like garbage. Like an ATM with no feelings. After the meeting dissolved into more accusations and tears, Andre followed me to my car. The December night was bitter cold, our breath forming clouds between us. Wait, he called. Just wait. I stopped, keys in hand. What, Andre? I'm sorry. His voice cracked. I'm so damn sorry. For what specifically? There's a lot to choose from. He laughed, but it was hollow. All of it. Every time I stayed silent. Every time I let them treat you like you didn't matter. He looked down at his shoes. You remember when I graduated college? Of course. I paid for your textbook senior year. Yeah. $1,500. I told Mama I got a scholarship but it was you. And when Camila said you were just trying to make everyone else look bad with your generosity, I didn't defend you. The memory came back sharp. I'd forgotten that part. Another small cut I'd bandaged and ignored. Why are you telling me this now? Because I'm getting married next June. Shanice, you met her at Thanksgiving 2 years ago. She's pregnant and we're trying to figure out how to afford a house and... He trailed off. I was going to ask you for help. Had the whole speech planned. About family and nieces or nephews and how you'd want to invest in the next generation. My stomach turned. Were you? Yeah. Until I saw those messages. Saw what Camila said to you. Saw how everyone just accepted it. He met my eyes. Shanice asked me what kind of man I'd be if I asked you for money after watching them treat you like that. What kind of father I'd be if I taught our kid that using people is okay as long as they're family. What did you tell her? That she was right. That I've been a coward my whole life, watching my big sister get destroyed and staying quiet to keep the peace. Tears froze on his cheeks. Christmas Eve arrived cold and gray. I spent the morning volunteering at the soup kitchen where I'd worked for 7 years. The pennies job Gabriel had mocked. My real work. The work that mattered. Miss Doris. Little Jaden ran up, his mother Tamika smiling behind him. We got our apartment. Because of your help with the forms. Tamika hugged me tight. The housing assistance came through. First Christmas in our own place in 3 years. I'm so happy for you, I said and meant it. My phone buzzed. Camila calling. I declined. It rang again. 12 times. Then a text, the bank foreclosed. We have 30 days to vacate. Merry Christmas. I stared at those words. Felt nothing. Then felt everything. Then settled somewhere in between. Another text. This is your fault. Then Gabriel. Hope you're proud of yourself. Then Mama. Your sister is devastated. She might hurt herself. Can you live with that? The manipulation was almost beautiful in its transparency. I drove to Mama's house. Christmas Eve dinner was tradition. One I apparently still rated despite everything. The house was dark except for the kitchen light. Through the window I saw Mama cooking alone. I walked in without knocking. Mama turned, surprise and hope mixing on her face. I'm not here to reconcile, I said before she could speak. I'm here to say goodbye. Doris. No. You need to hear this. You taught me that family means sacrifice. That love means giving until there's nothing left. That being a good daughter, a good sister, meant erasing myself to make space for everyone else's needs. That's not. It is. When I got that scholarship and you asked me to give it up for Camila's feelings. That was the first time. But it wasn't the last. Every choice, every dream, every moment of my life has been about not making waves. Not making Camila feel bad. Not upsetting the family balance. Mama's hands trembled. I did my best. Your best taught me I didn't matter. Christmas morning. I woke up alone in my apartment. The first Christmas alone in 32 years. I made coffee, watched snow fall and felt peaceful. My phone stayed silent until noon. Then Andre called. Merry Christmas, he said softly. Merry Christmas. They're at Mama's. Camila hasn't stopped crying. Gabriel is on the phone with lawyers. Dad's pretending everything's fine while drinking bourbon at 11 a.m. And you? I'm at Shanice's parents' house. Told them I needed space from the chaos. He paused. I'm proud of you. I know that doesn't fix anything, but I needed you to know. Thank you. Doris? The loan. The house. That wasn't on you. They had 6 months of missed payments before the foreclosure. It wasn't just you stopping the mortgage payments. The words hung there. What? Gabriel got fired 8 months ago. He's been lying about it. They've been living on credit cards, the home equity loan and your money. You pulling out just exposed what was already crashing. My free hand pressed against my chest. Does Mama know? Now she does. Camila told her everything this morning. Gabriel was gambling. Online sports betting. That's where the loan money went. That's why they really needed your payments. They were covering his debts. I sat down hard on my couch. All of it. Everything. Built on lies and my money. I need to go, I whispered. I understand. But Doris? You didn't destroy this family. They destroyed themselves long before you fought back. After he hung up, I looked around my small apartment. My humble, honest life. My work that helped people like Tamika and Jaden. My freedom that cost everything. It was enough. More than enough. February 14th. Valentine's Day. I received a letter in the mail. Mama's handwriting. Doris, your sister is staying with us. The foreclosure finalized. Gabriel left her. Moved back with his mother. The divorce papers came last week. I'm writing because I need you to understand something. When you were 8 and Camila pushed you in that pool, I made her apologize. Do you remember? You don't because you were too busy forgiving her. That's who you've always been. Quick to forgive, slow to protect yourself. I failed you. I taught you that your love should be free, that sacrifice was noble, that family could take and take because blood made it right. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Not because everything fell apart, but because I waited until it fell apart to say it. Camila asked me to write this. To tell you she's sorry. To beg you to help her again. I told her no. I told her you gave enough. I told her that if she wanted your forgiveness, she needed to earn it, not demand it. You don't owe us anything, Doris. Not your money, not your time, not your forgiveness. I don't expect you to call. I don't expect you to come back. I just needed you to know that you were right. About all of it. Love, Mama. I held the letter for a long time. Watched the paper wrinkle under my tears. Dr. Calhoun's words echoed. Closure isn't something people give you. It's something you give yourself. I folded the letter. Placed it in my desk drawer. Maybe one day I'd respond. Maybe I wouldn't. The choice was mine now. That evening I sat with my friend Lisa at a wine bar downtown. She'd held me through the worst of it, never once suggesting I should just forgive them. How do you feel? She asked. Sad, I admitted. But free. Is that allowed? To be both. That's growth, honey. That's what healing looks like. My phone buzzed. A text from Andre. Baby came early. Healthy girl, 7 pounds 3 ounces. Named her Faith. Thank you for showing me what real strength looks like. I smiled through my tears. Some families are born. Some are built. Some are destroyed. Some are released. And some of us learn that loving ourselves isn't selfish. It's survival. I stood up, raised my glass, and toasted to the woman I'd become. The disgrace who saved herself. Thank you for watching. If this story touched you, please like, subscribe, and share your own story in the comments. Remember, you are not obligated to set yourself on fire to keep others warm. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is walk away. See you in the next one.